Hello and welcome. Today we are in the tier 10 Soviet battleship, the Kremlin. We're playing a match on the map Haven, and it is fully tier 10. Surprisingly, there are battleships on both teams. Sure, there are CVs and all that, but it's really surprising that there are battleships. Last game I played, there were 2 battleships on each team. The game before that I played, there was 1 battleship on each team. And for some reason on the Russian server, I find that this is quite common. And so I figured, hey, I would play a Kremlin, a battleship that's very strong at being a battleship, especially when you fight against non-battleship enemies. But somehow it ended up with lots of battleships this time, which kinda miffs me a little bit, but it's okay. We'll manage. So a Kremlin is, I would say, the foremost battleship in the game at the moment. Like, if you want a battleship's battleship, Kremlin is your choice. Don't take the legendary upgrade. The legendary on the Kremlin is... I don't understand who came up with it. Like, that just seems bad. So the Kremlin's legendary reduces or increases your... No, reduces your reload time by 18%. So 6% better than the 12% on the regular upgrade. It goes in the same slot. However, it also reduces your consumables by 1, so you get 1 less heal and 1 less damage control party, which makes it absolutely a non-starter. There is just no question about it. The reload boost on that upgrade has to be massively bigger than that, or have some other insane bonuses to compensate for something, you know, an entire heal and damage control party gone it's not worth it. Anyway, the Kremlin is an excellent ship. It has good armor, it has excellent guns, especially when you get close range. Long range, you know, the guns are... Oh god, HE, oh my... I forgot I've never played the ship on this account before. That would have been such a nice salvo, but no, we had to fire HE. God damn it. Well, I suppose we still did 6k damage, but that could have easily been like 12k. If I only had fired AP. Well, it seems there are destroyers ahead. There are 3 of them. Well, there's at least 1 Shimakaze. Yeah, no, that's still the Shimakaze. So we have 1 Shimakaze ahead of us. I wonder if there are any other DDs there. Gearing is in the middle. So there might be another Shima ahead of us. Probably not, though. But it's possible. Really would have liked to push, but with the enemies being this... you know, scared of us, I suppose it might make sense to simply turn around and go back where we came from, because we technically are ahead in the cap points. We're contesting both of them at the same time, so that probably means our destroyers are gonna die, because that's usually how it goes. Maybe I should have taken a shot on the Goliath. Anyway, I'm gonna start turning out, although I'm gonna make it very close. I should have started to... By the way, notice I hit 6 out of 9 shells. Anyway, I started to turn a bit too late, because the Shimakaze torpedoes had already, you know, passed us, and a bit of time has passed, so Shimakaze's torps are gonna come out very, very soon, or they probably are already on the way. Well, there's the DD herself. Let's see if we can maybe land the salvo on her. 4 shell hits! Hello! I'm not gonna damage on a single fire here, even though I would really like to, but considering there's a threat of torpedoes in the very near future, I think that's not worth it. Hello, Goliath. How are you doing? With your fancy schmancy battleship. I mean, cruiser. Wow, 3 ricochets. Anyway, we definitely need to disengage here. We don't have the numbers to fight this. They have 2 battleships, 2 cruisers, and 1 destroyer. We have 2 cruisers and 2 battleships. We're distinctly lacking a DD. Anyway, oh god, why did I get set on fire from that? Why is it always like the last HE shells that land on you that set you on fire? Anyway, there are the Shimakaze torpedoes. I don't know why that Hindenburg's going in. It's an absolutely dumb idea, but It's a Hindenburg, so I suppose it shouldn't be too surprising. Would be nice to relocate to a different portion of the map, because we don't have anything that can deal with the Shimakas. Also, we've lost our DD in the B cap, because of course we did. People who cap this early, I like them, but I also think that they tend to just die somehow. Probably because they cap. Because that's a very dangerous thing to do. I don't know what that Goliath is doing. Somebody actually lands a decent salvo on her instead of ricochets, she's dead, right? And it just takes one screw up and it's over, and she doesn't even gain anything for this. Like, her push here is meaningless. She gets slightly closer so she can fire like twice, that's it. Anyway, I think she's already dead now. Yep, there it is. Oh, and the Shimakas was taken out, so we can actually push over here. Well done, Holland. Well done. So I guess we'll go in again. Should I heal? Feel like I should. Yamato's coming over here. I wish those guys pushed over there, but I suppose I can understand why they wouldn't, because the destroyer on that side of the map also died to the enemy gearing, and so I can understand why battleships are apprehensive in pushing. I'm gonna take a salvo on the Stalingrad, larger citadel, although maybe I should have waited for the Yamato. Well, 2 citadels, thank you very much. 30k damage. I really want to push here. I do need to use the heal, but I really would like to push here. I don't think it's a good idea though. We don't really have enough support. If the Thunder on the other side was here, or the Kofast or the Yamato, it would be fine, but with the ships we have, I don't know. But I'm gonna try anyway, because that's what battleships are for. Oh, why did I not... Never mind. I wanted to ask, why did I not lead enough? But apparently I did. Just enough. I don't know why she was showing so much broadside, but I'll take it. Very much. Hello, 4000 damage by the Montana salvo. Also, hello, Thunder broadside. Nice to see you over there. How are you doing? Never mind. Apparently not enough angle for a citadel. But then again, she can't exactly citadel us either, I think. Yeah, especially with this. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult with HE. And now she is showing, oh, 2 fires, so immediate damage control party. And I think now it's goodbye, Thundera. And there it is. Next. I'm gonna switch over to the Kofast. No, I don't want to aim at the Yamato, because she will get spooked and try to do something about it. And I don't want that. I want the Yamato to be unaware of the fact that death is looming. Okay, maybe not. Because she's turning away, which I don't like. I don't like smart enemy players. It's better if they're dumber, so they don't do things that make my damage not go up. I wonder where that gearing is, because that gearing could have turned around and... oh god, another fire. You know what, I'm gonna Damak on this fire, because nobody's gonna HE spam me at this... No, never mind, there's the Thundera. Oh! No, I can't settle the Stalingrad from there. Probably should have led slightly more than that one, also let's use the heal. And now let's wait a little bit. Dang it, I was hoping for over 20k on the GK, but... I suppose this will have to do. I don't think I can arc over the island for the GK, so Oh, never mind. Stalingrad's also gonna be out of range. I mean, not out of range. Behind the island. Oh yeah, I definitely can't do the turn I would like to do here. Why am I spotted? This is very bad news. Being spotted here means there's a destroyer somewhere here, probably ahead of me. Or maybe it's the Yamato. Hard to say. Like maybe that bit of island didn't cover my ship adequately. I think damaconing here is a bad idea because I'm fighting a Thundera. Okay, now it's fine because there's, well, 2 fires, right? Oh! Yamato showing more broadside again. Well, maybe not broadside, but turning the cheek at least. Oh, I think I led too much on that one. Well, one of them wasn't one shell that went to the left, but the rest of them definitely. One thing why you don't want to go close as a Yamato is that, well, sadly, when you show your cheek, you can easily be citadel. Yeah, I can't fire at her from there. The island is in the way. I'm gonna take the shot on the Thundera. I'm gonna push out, think now. I wanna finish off that Kofest. I'm gonna start healing. Oh, never mind. Kofest gone. Excellent. That's good news. I think that Yamato's gonna burn down. Yep. She's definitely dead. Oh, come on, Conqueror. I suppose Conqueror probably had to kill anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Do I damage on this fire? I have only 1 damage control party left, so I think I'll pass. I do have the captain that will damage control party for me anyway, so it should be okay. I'm gonna start turning my turrets, as I would like to go that way. Oh, no citadel heads. That's sad. Never mind. I'm gonna keep my turrets turned this way because I think we're only gonna fight the Thundera now. Since I think that, yeah, Midway's dead. That's too bad. Oh, and that ended the game actually. Surprising, but imagine if I had the legendary upgrade and I had 1 fewer consumable on both of them. This would have been I would have actually died here, I think. Because I wouldn't have had that last heal, and I suppose maybe I would have survived. But I wouldn't have had any, leeway. This would have been really close, and I probably wouldn't have dared to actually push. But regardless, we got the devastating strike, a dreadnought, a fireproof, 208k damage, sank 3 ships, 7 citadels. I don't know why people don't play Kremlin as much on the Russian server. You would expect that this would be the server where like all the battleships would be Kremlin. But, well, I'm the only Kremlin in this match. There isn't even another Soviet battleship like a Slava on the enemy team. Kinda bizarre to me, but hey, I suppose it's fine. Okay, they technically have 1 battleship, okay? 1 Soviet battleship, see? But yeah, that Goliath apparently did nothing at all with that kind of silly push. Well, it worked well. These are the damage numbers. It damaged to 9 different ships, took 161k damage. Look at that, almost 60k fire damage. Maybe going for the... I'll mention that later when I go over the upgrades and commander skills. I didn't do that much tanking, 1.7 million, but it's acceptable. So, let's take a look at the commander skills and upgrades. So, commander skill wise, I'm using Nikolai Kuznetsov. So I went with Priority Target, Adrenaline Rush, Superintendent, Concealment Expert, Fire Prevention, Basics of Survivability, and Jack of all trades. Now the reason I don't take Expert Marksman is something specific to the Kremlin. Kremlin already has she has a 30-second 180-degree turn time. Her turret traverse is fast. Now with the upgrade this puts you at 34.5, but that's acceptable. Right, these are fairly fast turning turrets for a battleship. And so Expert Marksman would be nice, But because I have Kuznetsov, it does mean that I get a better jack of all trades. This means I get to heal faster, I get to damage control faster, and this can make a huge difference in battles. Not to mention that you also have Will to Victory, which is the ability that basically immediately automatically uses damage control party when you drop below 10% of your ship's HP, and then also gives you some healing. And that's a very nice ability to have, because it's basically like an extra heal or an extra damage control party. And I think on the Kremlin it's kind of necessary because you only have 4 heals compared to the usual. Okay, so upgrades wise, I use the main battery modification 3 for the 12% reload. And here's the legendary upgrade. It's minus 18%, so yeah, your damage per minute is higher, but it reduces your number of consumables by 1. So you have 1 fewer heal, 1 fewer damage control party. On top of that, you also have minus 12% range. Kremlin's range is acceptable at 20.7 km. I would like it to be slightly longer for a tier 10 battleship, but it's acceptable. But if you reduce it by 12%, I find it becomes kind of unacceptable. The range becomes too little for a battleship. And there are certainly situations where you would like to have more of that. Then obviously concealment system modification 1 as usual on any ship really, to be honest. Then I go for propulsion mod. So maybe damage control system modification 2 would have made more sense in the game I just played. I took almost 60k fire damage, so this would have reduced it by 15%-ish, roughly, so I would have taken 7.5k less fire damage. That would have been quite a lot of HP. However, propulsion mod is also incredibly useful, because as a battleship you do slow down and stop once in a while, and when you do that, you need to sometimes accelerate very quickly, and the propulsion mod is incredibly useful for that. Especially on something like a battleship. Like if you're standing still and somebody torpedoes you, and you somehow preempt that by using propulsion mod, you can make torpedo dodges that just seem unreal. Like, you might have seen the Slava video I had where I dodged the torpedoes from the Tashkent, I believe, or some other Soviet battleship from close range. That's because of the propulsion mod. Then, obviously, aiming systems modification, we want our guns to be more accurate. Second slot, damage control system modification 1. And the first slot, usually I go for main arms modification, but hey, I figured on the Kremlin you don't lose your main batteries that often, so why not try damage control party modification 1? This makes the time that damage control party is active 40% longer. So on the Soviet battleships, your damage control party lasts for 10 seconds, with the upgrade it's 14 seconds. On Montana, for example, it lasts for 20 seconds by default, so if you take this upgrade, it would last for 28 seconds. Now, to be honest, I think on a ship like Montana, maybe damage control party length isn't actually all that advantageous. But on a ship like Kremlin, where you have a limited number of damage control parties and your cooldown time is actually really quick, look at it, 34 seconds. This extra 4 seconds can help, because when you're actively being shelled at and you damage control party, they can't set a fire when it's, when it lasts. So yeah, Kremlin is an incredible battleship. It is the battleship's battleship. If you want a battleship to do battleship things, this is the ship. This is the ship, at least for now. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.